Healthwise, brought to you with the compliments of ICBL, always there when you need us most. January is observed in Barbados as Drug Awareness Month. So on Healthwise tonight, we'll look a bit at that area. Good evening and thanks for joining us. We'll start first with a bit of perspective about the situation in Barbados. I visited Roger Husbands, the Director and Counselor with Drug Education Counseling Services.
In our program, we had over 254 youngsters who actually used drugs. Out of that 254 youngsters who used drugs, 15 of them were polydrug users, which means they use cigarettes, marijuana, alcohol, and different substances. 239 of those individuals would have been marijuana smokers. 2 girls in the program would have been also addicted to marijuana. However, those are my statistics in terms of my program. If you look at CASA, you look at other agencies, and they have high numbers as well of youngsters in their program who attend their program who use drugs. But when you add the numbers together, it is still a minority.
As Roger mentioned, use falls into several categories.
You have the polydrug user who, well, you have the normal user. The normal user be a person who just uses one basic drug. Then you have the polydrug user, who will be somebody who uses a number of drugs. And then those are the stages of the basically usage, and stages of addiction can go into chronic use of drugs, where you get into crack cocaine, which we consider as hard drugs. You have soft drugs. And soft drugs would be things like cigarettes, alcohol, marijuana is also listed as a soft drug. But you have the hard drugs, which are crack cocaine, ecstasy, LSD, those kind of drugs.
And the drug of choice among Barbadian youth is marijuana.
That is because the myth says that marijuana is a black man drug. They use cocaine and say cocaine is a white man drug. And it kills the brain and it causes damages to your body and that kind of thing. But marijuana is from the earth. And because it's from the earth and God placed it there for us to smoke, young people tend to believe that that is the drug of choice. Most people use it as well. Their icons use it. So fellas in the music videos and dub artists and reggae artists, they smoke. So why shouldn't I smoke if they're successful? A child who may not want to have marijuana in the system registered may use Fanta, which is from the a part of this tobacco, right? And they will use Fanta in order not to be tested with marijuana in the system. There's another one called Blackies, and Blackies is a mixture of marijuana mixed with cocaine. Persons who tend to go that side will soon later go to crack cocaine, because you're actually drawing closer to that. So guys will use marijuana, lace it with cocaine, melt the cocaine with the plant, causing it to have this sticky effect. They burn it, and when they burn it, it has this burny, nasty odor. It has a very stink odor. So you have the 2 products now into one.
The concern, though, is that a blackie is the perfect gateway into harder substances like crack cocaine and other things. And there are other unconventional ways people use to get high.
I know of in some cases in even prison, juvenile prison, guys sniff cement, contact cement, just to get the pleasure of the high. You have situations where guys use markers, Yoo-hoo glue, those kind of things to smoke. I actually had when we first started, we had a guy who actually used to spray Baygon in the bedroom. And he was spraying in the bedroom and he would just lay down in the midst of it. And for him, that wasn't high. Yeah, so we had that when we first started. And that's the only one I've ever heard with Baygon spray in the atmosphere. And then it's just taking it in. You have gasoline, kerosene oil.
Well, that's tonight's program. Next week, we'll continue our look at drug use and abuse. Good night. Healthwise, brought to you with the compliments of ICBL, always there when you need us most.